proud of what we've done so far, and we're not done yet. So really excited to host a really good volleyball team in Kentucky here, and one that I've had a lot of respect for just in terms of what Craig built there over his time in terms of bringing Kentucky from what it was to what it is now, and help build the roadmap for me of what this program would look like and how we had to get it to where it is right now. So really excited to have him here. I think it'll be a great volleyball match, and my biggest one is just to encourage people to come out. I think the atmosphere that we had against Vanderbilt was amazing, and I was just talking to Tricia about it. Like, they had recruits there, and I want to build on that. So that's exciting volleyball to be played, and we're excited to play it. And then another match on Sunday, heading out to Mississippi State to play them.
Cool. We'll open questions. We'll start Alex, second row on the left.
What would a win over Kentucky do, not only for the SEC standings, but potentially postseason implications with seeding down the road?
Yeah, we're fighting for seeding now, I think, a little bit. And again, like, we're not eligible to play in the tournament just yet. You got to get to 500, and obviously we need to keep taking care of business. But that's a nice resume building block. And when the committee looks at stuff at the end of the year, they look at those marquee wins, and it would definitely be one in that category. So I think it helps that cause. But for us, it's just a continuation of we've just gotten better every single match. And we've worked on that every single match. So for us, we're really focused on that. Is, hey, can we be a little bit better in this? And Kentucky's, I don't know, not a flashy team where they're going to come out and do anything crazy. They just play really good volleyball, and we have to do it for longer.
We'll go third row on the right to Richard.
Coach, when it comes to Kentucky's offense and it being such a fast pace, how do you go about game planning to slow that down defensively?
Yeah, I really woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and started diving into that. So you got to be disciplined, and like, there's no, I don't know, magic fairy dust that we're gonna be able to sprinkle and say, hey, we're gonna slow them down with this. And it's interesting because I was thinking normally you have kind of the match is gonna play out like this. Like, we played Missouri early on this season, and I knew they were gonna dig a lot of balls and send a lot of free balls back, and our hitting efficiency would be lower than it normally is, but we had to hold them, and it played out exactly. I don't know how this one's gonna go. You have two really good offenses and two really good blocking defenses, and it could end up being an offensive slugfest. It could just be we have to out-hit them, and it could be that both teams are struggling to put a ball away, and all of a sudden it's these long rallies that are going to be exhausting. So you got to, I don't know, plan for what they're going to do. You got to execute, and really it's, I don't know, execute on our systems is the biggest thing that we have to do. And then we got to figure out ways to win, and it might be different in each set. It might be different, I don't know, for the entire match than I have in the back of my head. But you got to be dialed in, and like I said, like, as I was going back and watching it, it's nothing, I don't know, crazy that you have to do outside the norm. You just have to do everything that you do really well, and that's the secret to it.
We'll go third row on the left.
We saw Reed Arena add those extra student seating this year. Just what kind of impact can the 12th man have on a nightly basis?
It's huge. I think for me personally, the match is more entertaining now. The back and forth of the student section has actually been pretty funny. I think for our team, like, we feel the energy. I don't think anybody that's come and played here, especially when that student section's been rocking, has played particularly well. So I think it's influenced that as well. So I think it's been huge. I think in all of it, I think it makes it a better experience for, I don't know, us playing the game, and I think it's affecting, like the 12th man normally does, affecting the other team in a way that's helping us win on our side.
We'll go front row on the right to Travis.
Coach, you mentioned maybe not knowing exactly how that match would go. Is that something that's exciting for a coach, the kind of chess management game, or is it a little stressful? And how do you kind of go about preparing for a match like that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think prep our team for that, and I think that's the number one thing. And I think we did a good job of that during the Missouri match of, hey, this is probably how this is going to go. And we're going to start talking about them today and just work. It's a weird week for us where we played Sunday and then we have to turn around and play Wednesday. It's like a short week in football. Where today has to be a little bit about recovery. So we're going to start practicing and geared a little bit towards Kentucky. But I'll probably say that is, hey, like, we're going to have to execute our system really, really well. There's two small adjustments that we're going to make. But we're going to have to execute really well, and then we're going to have to find ways to win. And it might be different in each set. We've done a really good job of this all year, I think, match to match, but this might have to be set to set of, hey, this one's going to be grinding, this one's going to be offensive, but both sides of the ball are going to have to, I don't know, show up. And our game's a little bit similar to football, where you kind of have this block and D that happens and you have this offensive that happens. It just, with us, it goes back and forth simultaneously. But we might need to have both firing. It might need to be the offense needs to pick up and kind of pick up for the block and D. We'll see how it goes. But I think the biggest one is just be willing to adjust and tell our players that as we're leading into it.
Go second row on the left, back to Alex.
You mentioned last week about Athena's improvements in serving. Just what did you see yesterday in particular with the way she was able to play?
I think the impressive thing is 25 serves, 12 in a row at one point, one service error. And to be able to serve like that, and that's the biggest thing we've been talking about is, hey, can we find a consistent volume on this thing? And it's a threat now. And I think other teams are going to have to game plan for it. So I'm excited. And I've said it the entire time, she's a really, really good all-around volleyball player. She's getting to showcase that, and that's the thing I'm excited about the most.
And you look at the box scores and you see convincing victories for you guys these last couple weeks, but just where do you think your team has been challenged the most throughout those matches?
It's a great question. I think some of it's the schedule. It's been a little weird this year where we had this ACC SEC challenge that caused some midweek stuff during a non-con that's not that normal, and then all of a sudden we're in this Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Sunday kind of crazy turnaround where the Kentucky match is kind of the end of it, and then we get kind of a break, and then we play Mississippi State on Sunday. And I don't want to lose track; they're a good volleyball team, and they're 12-1 right now. So I know Kentucky is the thing that's right in front of us, but I just want to make sure that, I don't know, as we're out there, we're not completely looking past kind of what's coming in behind that too. So I think it's the schedule is probably one of the things, and I think we've done a really good job of that, of kind of handling it. And I don't know, we flew into South Carolina late just because of some flight stuff, and then all of a sudden we had a football weekend in Alabama this weekend, so I had to stay 45 minutes to an hour outside of town, and I think that, and then I think every single year, and I think I said this last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, we've had this little dip in the season, and we had it earlier this year. So I think there's the adversity of that, and then getting better every single day since, which I do think we've done, and that's going to cause us to be really good at the end of the season.